Welcome to Get Your Mind Right, your regular dose of insights and motivation for merchant service sales, digital marketing, and personal growth.
Welcome back to Get Your Mind Right, and we are on episode 5 of Overcoming Objections. Hey folks, just a reminder, Get Your Mind Right is the world's only podcast made especially for payment technology and digital marketing professionals. We're growing our listenership and our viewership on YouTube all the time, and it's all because of you and word of mouth. I appreciate the shout outs. Also, if you haven't heard, we are now on Spotify and on Apple Podcasts. So check us out and subscribe there. Hey folks, again, we're on our 5th episode of this series here. If you're not caught up, I really encourage you to go back and listen to the episodes to get up to speed on this. We're covering lots and lots of really valuable objection overcoming, such as pricing, such as I want to think about it, and whether or not a product or service you're recommending is right for your specific clients. So let's keep going on objections. What we were talking about the other day was about the merchant's customers rejecting the notion of a dual pricing or cash discount installation. And I'm going to give you another objection that you're going to hear from your merchant. And that is, my customers are going to hate this. Okay, so again, what we have to do on this is we have to understand what that means, okay? You have to set your preconceived ideas and your biases aside of being able to look inside your client's mind and understanding that what about it that their customers are going to hate. Because here's what a bad salesperson is going to do. What they're going to do is they assume that they know what that means, and they're going to just bury that client with a bunch of irrelevant facts, information, and just downright opinion or conjecture that is probably not relevant to what the client's real concern is, okay? And what I will submit to you is when someone says, my customers are going to hate it, I really don't know what they mean by that, okay? I understand what customers are and understand the word hate, but I don't know what that means in context to a dual pricing installation. So it's very, very important that we get from our client what he believes that it is they're going to hate about it. I need to understand what his concerns are. This is very, very important. I do not want to prematurely elaborate. I want that client for them to mouth the words of what the problem with this is. Okay, so I'm just going to ask them, what are they not going to like about it? Right? Well, they're not going to, period. They're just going to hate paying these fees. Okay? That's what a merchant's going to tell me. And I'm going to come back with the facts on this. I'm going to tell them that Visa, MasterCard studied this. The broader industry studied it. We've studied it. And what we found during the first 3 months of the implementation, about 1 to 10% of customers notice that it's a dual price installation. It's that view, and it dissipates over that period of time. I want to tell you a little personal story. Now, keep in mind, I've been in merchant services a long time. And my wife's best friend is a police officer, and there's a fraternal order of police here, and they've got a really cool little bar there. The drinks are good, and they're low cost, and the food is very good, and it's low cost. They have all sorts of charity events. Seems like we find our way there about once a month. So we've been going for about 2 years. They had a big charity event, and their bar was one of these setups that you hand the card to the bartender, and at the end of the night, you set your tab. Well, this was a big crowd that particular night, and you had to line up along a wall to pay your bill. And there on that wall, I see that sign that those folks that opt to pay with a debit or credit card pay a 3.99 processing fee. So the bartender there, whom I happen to know by name, is Ginger. And I said, Ginger, when did you start this? And she said, start what? I said, the upcharging on credit cards. She goes, oh, you mean the 399 deal? Yes, said I. She said, oh, about, I don't really know. I've been here 3 years, and it was here before I started, okay? Guys, this is embarrassing. I'm a payment technology professional, and I'd paid no less than 24 tabs there and had never noticed I was being charged 3.99. Okay. You think about your own behavior and even the behavior of your merchants. Like you're going to have merchants say, hey, I've never even seen this out there. You know what? I find it impossible that they have not paid an upcharge for presenting the credit card. May not have noticed it, may not have seen it, but they're doing it. These are great stories to share with your prospective clients, by the way. Now, the next thing is that when I talk to merchants about their customers hating it, is when you think about it, a buyer's choice or cash discount, it is the fairest way to battle costs. Every business in this great United States is battling inflation right now. Okay. Their cost of goods are higher. Their employment's higher. Literally everything they buy is higher. And what we find is from our clients is they can no longer afford to pay these processing fees, which go up and up and up. So our clients that are choosing this is they are choosing this as a very targeted price increase for those people that choose to. And keep in mind, they're not forced to pay it, but if they choose to pay with their credit or debit card, they're going to pay a little bit more for that transaction. And what that does is that keeps costs and prices down for everyone. And that's really the fairest way to do it. The last thing I'll give you on this, on my customers are going to hate it, and this was a mistake when we first rolled this product out, okay, is we really tried to dance around this and we tried to go around the issue. And I had a merchant one time just tell me straight up, and very clearly he understood it. He says, oh, well, what you're doing here is just a good old-fashioned price increase. I said, no, it's not. And he said, yes, it is. You come in with a credit card or debit card, you're raising the prices on this. That's what this is a price increase. I kind of felt all the blood drain out of my head because, you know what? He was right. So we thought about this, and we thought about it, and we field tested it more. And you know what? We changed our whole approach on this. And when a merchant tells you, well, hey, this is just a price increase, you know how you handle that? You say, you're exactly right. This is what this is. This is a very targeted price increase. And these folks that are paying with a credit or debit card, which raises my cost, they're going to get a small bump to cover that. Once again, it's the fairest way to battle inflation, supply chain disruptions, higher cost employment. It is the fairest way. And by running it at that and telling that merchant that, you're handling their objection and you're speaking to them on terms that they understand. Hey, folks, that's all the time we have for today. Now, be back here on Monday for part 6 in our series on overcoming objections, but also tune in on Friday because it's time to open the mailbag. Until then, keep your mind right.
Thanks for listening. Be sure to tune in every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9:30 Eastern. Like, follow, share, and set your reminders. And remember, always keep your mind right.